What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing out there? What's going on? This video is going to be about George W. Bush firing shots at the Republican Party, saying, if y'all don't stop acting like y'all just pro-Anglo-Saxon, it's looking too white in here. Too white in here. Now, is it because he's friends with Michelle Obama that all of a sudden George W. Bush is acting kind of woke? The same guy who did steal the election from Al Gore 20 years ago, to a little over 20 years ago now, I ain't forgot. The same guy who was in Texas, and if you remember, when he was governor of Texas, remember when James Byrd was dragged by those white Klansmen, Dennis Rodman paid for the funeral service, the same George Bush, W. Bush. Good old boy. But all of a sudden, he's acting like he, I don't know, kind of scratched his eye and he's acting a little woke. Is he acting a little woke? Well, you know, they're not going to pay him no mind. Because they look at him as a weak link, ding-dong dummy. They look at him like Fred G. Sanford, say, you big dummy. Or they just look at him as like Richie Rich with the gold spoon in his mouth. You know, they said, well, you did stand with, you had Cheney and them and Ashcroft and all them bullies and thugs. But we're going to ignore your white privilege. This is really interesting that he's calling out the Republican Party as an Anglo-Saxon party, Protestant, talking about what they're about. And how he's getting dissed because, let's be realistic, another fellow white guy who had white privilege, named Donald Trump, it's got people feeling him. Now, it ain't a bag issue because Bushy boy got bag and Trump got bag. But it's a sway issue because Trump got that charisma that Bushy Jr. never had. But it's a trip when I love white on white crime. This is some high stakes poker right here. And best believe. So this one, what Bush Jr. saying, this is not chess, this is checkers. Because he can't get the crown. He gets no respect. He's making sense. But it's one of them situations where you kind of open up your eyeballs and you were seen as a token and people just ain't feeling it. But he right, but he's the wrong, right message, wrong messenger. Too bad he didn't say this a lot sooner. Too bad he didn't notice that. And neither one of these parties are above getting dissed. But it's just that the Republican Party, especially when you have Fox News and Tucker Carlson, all them haters, they have been more Anglo-Saxon. And they have their one token tap dancer and Tim Scott and a few other token dancers. But they pretty much don't have much room for nobody else, So, George W. Bush saying, y'all acting too Anglo-Saxon. What you think about that? And do you buy him acting like he's kind of woke? Was it the Michelle Obama pact? But does anybody care? And let me be real about something. If George W. Bush had to go up against Donald Trump in 2024, one-on-one, who do you think would win? And he represented the good old boy a certain situation, Richie Rich. Donald Trump presents the new but older good old boy, Richie Rich. So who wins? And I don't think the Republican Party really cares, but they want somebody that looks like they can be tough. They like this good old Western type of situation. And it's some crazy, crazy white on white politics going on out here. But that's the words and the code words that I'm hearing. What Bushy is saying, he was considered the dumbest person to hold that office. But he did get in there twice. Trump didn't get it. So, but he didn't really lose the second time he lost to the COVID because he was reckless. So ask yourself, do you want a guy that's perceived as a dummy or someone who was a big dummy? That is the question. And that is going to be the interesting thing that you got to fall back on. Please give me your thoughts and takes. Please hit the like to subscribe, and I welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another, and this is comical. It really is. because George W. Bush is acting kind of woke, but nobody cares. They slurping off of Trump like he's 7-Eleven. He's the big gulp. I ain't lying. This is scary. I'm out.